to another episode of Comp Prep. We're 4 weeks out. Sorry, I'm just contemplating my life a little bit. I'm so nervous for today because you'll never guess what we're doing. RPE 9 squats. So, if you guys watched last week's vlog, you'll remember that I was set an RPE 8 target. For a double squat, and we went for 115. And it was a bit of an overshoot. Strength wise, it was going to be an 8, 100%. My execution just went a little bit off, which is why I'm now in my head about my form, and I'm now freaking out about today. But nonetheless, we have an RPE 9 double, followed by 3x6, excuse me, oh my god, at a set load of 92.5, tempo bench single at an RPE 8, which I'm excited about because we did a 7 last week, and then 4x2 at -12%. Machine press 3x10 at 35 kilos, belt squat 1x10 at 75, and then 1x15 at 65. Anyway, I'm scoffing my bagel because I need to get to the gym. I'm shitting myself, but let's go and do it. Carbs, got Monster in my bag. RPE 9 squat day. 4 weeks out. Let's go. I'm weird today.
Yep. Oh, easy.
Thanks.
What are we picking?
Well, I want to go 117. You agree?
I want to put the same weight on.
Yeah?
Just needed you to say it, not me.
Okay. Don't think I'm ready for 120. For doubles, not yet.
Not yet, but the fact that you'll fly past it on singles, I'm okay with.
Yeah, same.
You've got that side, remember it.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Good, and again. Yep. Yeah, you got that, you got that, you got that. Come on.
Fuck!
Good fucking work. Good fucking work.
Well done. Okay, I feel more confident for singles.
Yeah?
That was going to be the worst block.
Honestly, the first one moves really well.
Yeah.
The second leg, it's just the it will go.
Yeah. It's the first time I've been happy in a squat for a while. 3x6 back offs at 92.5. Yeah. Just gonna not overthink. Okay, last warm up at 60, top set 62, 3, 2, 0, tempo. Well, target was an 8, so look at me. Good morning and happy Tuesday from a very, very excited lifter. We have a huge session today. However, a few things that we need to address. Let me just pull up my stool and have a little chat. Last night something happened. I came on my period So I knew it was coming at some point anyway. I'm just amazed that it didn't happen yesterday. I had all the signs, and obviously we hit a huge PB yesterday as well. So I'm really glad that I got through that. And I was like, right, well, the way that I'm feeling, I can guarantee you that my time of the month is going to happen tomorrow on what is set to be a big fucking deadlift day. And I was like, I don't need that. I think I'm going to end up having to take a rest day, and it's going to throw off my whole like training routine for the week. I've got myself set up nicely. My comp is on a Saturday, and I was like, it's going to move things around. This is really stressful. And lo and behold, last night, literally as I was drifting off, period pains, it happened. I came on, but anyone that follows my Instagram, it is not a taboo subject over there. For me, like periods, time of the month, I don't give a fuck. It's something that literally half of us deal with. Anyone that is in sport will be impacted by it. They just will be. And so it's something that I am not afraid to speak about, and it's a thing that happens. It impacts us. Why would we not? So basically, anyone that follows my Instagram will know that my day one massively impacts me. I get horrific pains. I've definitely spoken about this on my vlogs before. Pretty sure the last period I had a whole rant about it. And that's why I get really nervous about it, because it's pretty debilitating, and it really impacted me last block actually. But it happened just as I was drifting off, and I woke up this morning not actually feeling too bad. I definitely feel quite fatigued. Obviously that's PB yesterday as well, but all things considered, I feel up for training, which is really positive. So I am going to go and do it, and we are going to train as normal. And like I say, today is a big day, so let's talk through it. So we last block hit my 140 deadlift for a double for the first time ever. Today we are doing it twice. So basically we have a 2x2 at a prescribed load of 140. So we're literally taking that double and we're doing it twice, which is ridiculous. But in the comments, my coach has actually said, check this with me first. So I'm not really sure what that means. Part of me thinks that if the first set of 140 goes well, he's going to make me push it up. I'm going to be training with him today, so I'm just going to have to wait and see what that actually means. But that's exciting. Also nerve-wracking. It might also mean if we overshoot it because of your period, or I don't know. We're just going to wait and see. But so 2x2 at 140, and then we've got 3x5 at a prescribed load of 120, which is a huge PB. And my coach did warn me, we are going into comp with volume. And then pause last and bench press 1x2 at an RPE 7. Again, that's been really consistent for the last like 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks, so this will be the third week at an RPE 7. 3x6 back offs at an RPE 5.5. Cable low row 3x12 at an RPE 8, and then glute drive 2x10 at an RPE 6. So that's come up slightly from an RPE 5.5 that we had last week. So I am going to get some food down my gob. It is my video analysis day, so plan of action is just to blast through all of my videos this morning, have a big lunch, get to the gym, give myself plenty of time to warm up, to chill, to breathe, all of the rest, and obviously just make sure that I'm taking it nice and easy. That's also why I want to give myself a little bit more time today, get some painkillers down and stuff like that. I need to show you my outfit, because Honor launched this gorgeous new colour, and I genuinely think blue is for me. It's called Cobalt Blue, and these bras are my absolute favourite. They are the everyday cross-back sports bras, and they are just the most delicious things. Timeless shorts, but it's just my colour, and I'm so obsessed and so in love. So of course, link is in my bio if you want to shop and support me to grab yourself this colour, because it's delicious. But anyway, I'm going to stop rambling, get my work done, get some food in me, and I'll see you at the gym. Okay guys, we are doing last warm up, taking 132, and then obviously we've got a top double at 140. So chalking up, not chalking up, that would be a really silly thing, baby powdering up. Talc, put way too much on one side, oh well.
Go on, Ben. Work. Good, Ben.
Yeah. Yeah, go on.
It wasn't a fluke.
Got to do it again. in the beginning of the second, you were here, and that one kicked, and I was like, oh, you might not be able to get off the floor.
Yeah.
Still got it moving. Well done. Very well done. Yeah, don't be wrong, you made it harder than it needed to be.
I also weaved a little bit.
Considering the externals, it was PB yesterday, plus that, after just doing it. Feel that bit?
Whoa! The last warm up for today's RPE7 double Lutson. 55. Okay, tops up we're going for 56.5 again, just because the aim is consistency more than anything, so we're not pushing it. By 6 at an RP 5.5. I had a proper full-blown like bad ADHD day the other day. I spent, it's so productive, but I felt so exhausted the next day. But I literally sorted like months worth of coaching content, and all in line with like my new launch stuff, studies, like, and I love it because there's a part of me that like really misses uni. I'm such a nerd with it, so I was going through so many like research papers and stuff. It was really, it's good fun actually. Forget how noisy I am. Good morning, team. It's Wednesday today, which means a rest day, and lately I haven't been filming on my rest days because, to be honest, there's been nothing to actually vlog. But I didn't get a chance to do like a full reflection on yesterday's session, so I thought I'd take you out on my walk with me so that I could do that. I did not make the mistake of not bringing my mic this time, so I'm not going to walk that way actually because there's loads of puddles. I have my mic with me, so I can actually talk to you without worrying about you not being able to hear me. The only issue is the weather's been rubbish, so there's so much mud, so many puddles, so excuse me if I go a little bit quiet. But I got a little bit emotional about yesterday's session, not just because we hit a PB and all of that, but basically for so many reasons. So, number one reason being because I was obviously on day 1 of my period, which on any given 4 weeks, that is always going to be my single weakest day. Now, just for some interesting context, because I think it's really interesting, obviously working in this field, coaching solely women is an area that I make sure that I read up a lot about. There was a recent study actually that basically found no physiological reasons why a woman will be weaker on her period. So obviously it's a lot of the things like the symptoms that you would experience, like a little bit of back pain. While that might not scientifically make you weaker, it's things that create discomfort and therefore maybe mentally makes us feel like we can't lift as heavy, particularly for things like deadlifts. Anyway, I digress. Basically, there's no reasons why you would be weaker, but for me personally, I know it's always when I'm going to feel weaker or mentally not be as invested in a session, blah, 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 blah. So for me personally, on any given 4 weeks, it's always when I'm going to perform my weakest. And so I think to show up for that session and to hit a PB was, oh, sorry, I'm stuck in a massive puddle, oh my God. I think was also just further proof that if competition day falls on the day that I'm gonna have my period,
I'm gonna be okay. It might not be my absolutely strongest, but I think I'm gonna perform better than I expect that I would, basically. So that was like a huge milestone to overcome personally. Then obviously the fact that we hit a PB anyway is huge, and I think it's just further proof that I am the strongest I've ever been. Like, I'm gonna be okay. It was just an all-round amazing session. So not just to match my current huge PB of 140 kilos for a double, but to then hit a new PB of 142 and take that for a double is bananas. Mentally proved a lot to myself. Like, don't get me wrong, it was hard, but if that's what I can do on my weakest day, we can definitely do more. Like, we're on the road to something really big, and that makes me very excited. I think I've just got to start adjusting my expectations or adjusting my goals, not just to this is what I want to hit a comp, but this is what I want to work for longer term, and keep pushing myself. And if nothing else, I can say that I've worked my little booty off this block, and it's paying off, which is really nice. I did also check with my coach whether it was okay that my Larsen hasn't like moved at all, and he basically explained that if you're doing a variation like once, twice a week, you would expect that there would be some progression and growth in all of those sessions. If you're doing something like 3 or 4 times a week, I'm obviously benching 4 times a week plus, like benching 4 times a week plus 2 variations. At some point, one of those sessions is going to have to be a little bit stagnant, and it is just Larsen that we've just kept as a little bit of a no movement session so that we see progression in the others. So I did do my 56.5 again, but it's obviously matching the same RPE. So actually to see that nice and consistent is a really good thing. And then obviously, not to mention 3x5 at 120, huge volume PB for me, and I just can't believe that that is now like a breezy working set. Like, the floor has come up so much, and I could not be more excited. I think I said this a few weeks ago when I hit 140 for the first time. I said it's genuinely the first time that I've felt proud of myself and like I've worked to get to where I am. That's not to say that I don't feel like I work hard, but very rarely in powerlifting do you see kind of like the fruits of your labour in any other form than a PB, purely because a lot of the time in training it's just so sub-max routine stuff. You'll see things come together, a cue clicks, things move smoother, like you accumulate little pockets of PBs and volume or whatever. It's just basically like the first time that I've seen across the board consistent progression, not just in my top lifts or, you know, my top sets, but to see that in my working sets pretty much week in, week out is also just bonkers to me. So can you tell deadlift's not my favourite lift right now? It's just been so amazing. It was just all in all a really, really good session. So today's plan of action, as you may have guessed, active rest day. So we are out on a nice sunny walk. The weather has just honestly been so awful. So when I checked this morning and it said sunny, I was like, get up and out, we're getting out for a walk. Also saves me going to the gym to get my steps in, and I've been really lax with it lately. I did another weigh-in this morning. I weighed in at 66.9. Now obviously day 2 of my period, but also, sorry, the sun is awful. I've just not been keeping on top of my tracking. Like, I mentally make a note, but it's really got lax the last couple of weeks. I spoke about it last week in my vlog that I've also just been really out of routine, and my movement, my steps is one thing that's taken a big hit. I've definitely got a lot better, but it's not been every day. It's mostly been 3 out of 4 training days and then a little bit on rest days, but probably half of what I'd usually do. It's mostly just routine. Like, the winter weather really, really sucks, because usually I would just get it out of the way, do it in the morning, start my day right. But, oh no, the road is flooded. You see? It just makes things really difficult, so I'm just trying to take the opportunities as much as I possibly can. So yes, up and out for a walk today. It is check-in day 2 out of 2 for me this week as well, so I've got calls with my girls for the majority of the day. And then because I've kind of restructured my week recently, I've gone back to Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday for training days. Wednesday now is like quite free around my course, so it's kind of just naturally become a bit of a content day for me. So getting on top of like editing, scheduling posts for the week, particularly for my coaching page, and just getting some new types of content in, which is really fun. So that's basically today. Walk, check-ins, I'm going to do a bit of meal prep. I've got to run some parcels to the post office. We're going to do a click and collect this week because both of us are super busy, working really late, so we don't really have time to get to the shops, but we need a food shop, which means I'm going to do a meal plan today. Yeah, basically just odds and sods. I'm just genuinely feeling so good today. I'm very, very ready for the rest of the week. Hi, happy Thursday. Please excuse the state of me right now. I'm getting ready. I'm just trying to figure out what I actually want to do with my hair. So anyway, day 3 of literally the last week of this current block of comp prep before we're on to the last one. I'm also dying because I posted, oh, this is so weird filming it knowing that this is going to be posted so much later. But anyway, I posted my 5 weeks out vlog as of today, a couple of days ago, and since then I've just been posting snippets from like this week's training, just because I don't want to spoil everything for you guys, because I'm always acting like a week ahead. It's really weird. But basically I posted a bench clip. It was literally just my tempo bench from the other day, and the comments have me fucking dying because people just don't like or don't seem to understand what a powerlifting bench is, all the reasons. And I actually don't blame them, because when I was in this position, when I hadn't started powerlifting, I didn't know what it was. I so vividly remember seeing people that were doing powerlifting bench, and this is obviously before the depth rules came into play, so some of them were like mega, and I remember looking at them like, oh my god, does that not hurt? Like, and there probably was a part of me that's like, oh, but range of motion is really small, like, does that count? And of course it did, but that's the whole point of powerlifting, right? Is to, well, at least at that point before the depth rules, reduce the range of motion as much as you possibly could to give yourself the advantage, because people forget the aim of powerlifting is simply to shift as much tin as possible in line with the regulations that are in place, right? So as long as you're following the rules and regulations, that's the only thing that anyone cares about. So I actually thought it might be interesting, once I get through comp prep, I want to spend a bit more time doing things on my channel, because this has been a really nice boost of motivation to actually get consistent with vlogging again, and I've loved it and it's been so nice. But I do want to use this channel for something as well, just beyond vlogging my training. So I think what I might actually do is start to post a little bit more informative content. So when I say nothing is too silly, please ask me, like, if there's anything that you guys want to know, if you aren't a powerlifter and you're like, what the fuck is that, but you don't have a channel or a space to be able to ask anyone, or you fear looking a bit silly asking that, thinking that it's too obvious. When I say I want this to be a space as well where I can help people, give you guys a space to ask that stuff, okay? So please let me know in the comments at this point if there's anything that you've seen either on my channel or other people's, things related to powerlifting, strength training in general, that I can help answer. Please let me know, because I would absolutely love to. Like I say, I've been in this position. Everyone is a beginner at some point in their life. If you're someone who's now gotten into powerlifting, there will have been a point where you didn't know what it was, right? Everyone to some extent is in the same boat. I just want to help you guys understand a little bit more, because the only thing that bothers me is those people that don't understand but are too ignorant to want to learn or to actually improve that knowledge. So if people are like genuinely curious as to why I bench the way that I do, please ask me. It's completely fine. Like, no judgment. I'm an open book, and I'd so much rather you walk away from seeing something like that actually understanding why people do it, than just turning your nose up at it and not willing to actually understand why. So please use me, use this space. Anyway, that was my little sort of mini rant for today, but we're always going to put a positive spin on things because that's just me. But anyway, today's session, so we have our pause squats, spoto bench and upper body accessories. This is my really fun get a pump one. So pause squat is an RPE 7. Again, today we've just got a single. Last week I did 112.
it may well be the same this week. We're just gonna have to wait and see. I'm still on my period. This is what, day 3? Day 3 now, so still feeling a bit but in terms of like hormonally, I'm pretty sure this is where my estrogen starts to rise again, so I'm feeling a little bit stronger than I would have at the start of the week. Anyway, then we've got 4x3 at minus 15% of that top set load. Spoto bench press, 5x3 at an RPE 6. So we've done an RPE 5, an RPE 5. Last week was an RPE 5.5, and this week we're coming up to an RPE 6, which is lovely. Dumbbell bench press, 2x8 to 12 at an RPE 7. Again, that's literally the same as it's been. Same as tricep pull down. Push down 2x15 at an RPE 5, and then lat pull down 2x12 at an RPE 8. And that is today's session. Let me show you my outfit. I still haven't decided what I'm doing with my hair, but anyway, because genuinely sometimes there's just nothing better than an all black fit. I've just got effortless leggings, and then I've got the new Timeless. Basically started as a vest. It's one of the new colours, by the way, that I wore the other day, and it's so delicious. But basically it started out with a vest, and everyone fell in love with the back. So they turned it into a sports bra. So this is the back of it, and I thought, what better day, because we've got lat pull downs, I can really show them off. Anyway, this is the outfit for today. And of course I'll post my Honour support link if you guys want to shop through my link, because this is exclusively what I wear. It's just all Honour. And we'll head to the gym, so I'll see you there in a minute.
Last warm up, besties. We got 107 again, which is what I did last week. Okay, that felt good. So the question is 112 or 115? 112, 110. I'm gonna ask my coach because this is a fucking nightmare, because my mic and my camera are now charged, but my receiver is not charged. So my mic isn't working again. I'm so sorry. Day 4, last day of the block. So I need to sort my hair out because it's absolutely disgusting, you know, and you just have to like, I have to stick it up. Day 4, we've got paused deadlift and close grip bench today, and then literally just leg press. So I'm gonna go a little bit later, but we've got a single close grip bench at an RPE 9. Then 4x4 back offs at 55 kilos set load. Paused sumo deadlift single at an RPE 8. 3x2 at minus 12%, and then leg press 2x6 to 10 at a prescribed load of 210 kilos. That's today's session. I'm all over the place and super busy, so I will just see you at the gym. I'm feeling a bit gross and icky, but we move. Anyway, I'll see you there. And we are on to last warm up. This is 63. We've had to whip out the micro plates because it's all got a little bit confusing, and I fucked up one of the warm ups, so it is what it is. But a close grip single, working up to an RPE 9. Possibly last warm up. I'm really hoping last warm up. 3, 2. Yeah? Well, technically 65. Yeah. 63.
That looks like an 8.5.
Yeah.
That's quite nice.
Do you want to leave it there?
I'd be more tempted to leave that based on how it's good. What's it about? I really like that.
You would like it?
It's top heavy. Yeah, when you hit the 65 last week, the one before was good, the one after was terrible.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Okay.
Fractionally higher.
Okay, we're actually leaving it there because last week we obviously overshot. We were set an 8 and it was a 10. This week we were technically set a 9 and a... Stop doing that! Sorry, my coach is like staring at me and it's really put me off. I'm really sorry, everyone. He's an attention seeker. Basically, moving on to backwards, we've got 4x4 at a set load of 55. Okay, last warm up, 1, 3, 2.
Load it.
Four by 2 at minus 12%, which is 1, 2, 2.
Saturday. I'm really sorry, we had some more tech issues yesterday, it seems. So, I fucking paused at 140. I paused my comp max yesterday, what the fuck? But basically, you probably noticed the switch up in gyms again. My mic wasn't working. The receiver died again, so it wasn't picking up, but I was basically saying that once again, can't gel with the leg press that I use, or that's at the gym that I trained at for my deadlifts and my bench. So I drove to my other gym because it is on my way home just to use my leg press. Yeah, and that basically rounds off this week. So insane. And I basically just sat this morning and had a proper reflection. Like, I've been editing as I go, but I don't think I've really just taken the time to actually sit and look at this block as a whole. I feel like I'm actually going to get a little bit emotional, so please bear with me. One more block to go until we're back on the platform, and to be honest with you, I have kind of spent the last 24 hours like mulling over this week, and there's been so much that I'm proud of. I did a check-in with my coach yesterday. In response to what are you proud of this week, I literally just sent a list of all the PBs that I'd hit. Let's just take a second. So 117.5 kilo double squat, which is huge for me. Like, you guys, if you've been keeping up, will know how much I've struggled with squats. I really made a pact with myself to push myself, like not be a pussy, just go for what you know that you're capable of, and that's been really scary, and this week particularly demanding because I've been on my period, and I'm so glad that I just went for that. 142.5 double deadlift, like that session, I think I've just been on cloud 9 ever since, because 140 still stands as my comp max. I obviously took it for a double last block for the first time, which was a huge milestone. So I was set that again. It was obviously supposed to be a 2x2, so I was supposed to do that double twice, and my coach pushed me to up it to 142, and we did it for a double. It was hard, but I've talked about this a lot already this vlog, so I'm not going to go over it, but fucking huge win, and on the first day of my period. Then my 140 kilo paused deadlift, taking my comp max but for pause, and I'm not gonna lie, the execution on that I was so happy with. 115 kilo paused squat, a 62.5 tempo bench that fucking flew, and then my 120 for a 3x5 volume deadlift. All PBs in the last 7 days. Like, that to me is just fucking crazy, and I honestly am so proud of myself, and we still have 4 weeks to go. Like, I'm so ready to work, and I think just taking some time to actually reflect on how amazing, how successful this block in isolation has been is amazing to me anyway, but just as a marker of my progress. Coming back from an injury is horrible, and my top deadlift on the first deadlift session back that I had, having had quite a lot of time off from doing them, was 70 kilos. I'm just paused double that. I've pulled more than that for a double. Like, the progress has just been ridiculous. Squats have been such a mental block, so to be getting to 7.5 below the most I've ever lifted, and that was once on comp day a year and a half ago, taking 7.5 kilos under that for a double. Like, it's pretty mad. My bench is just at a whole new standard. My comp max is 62. I'm tempoing that. It's last warm-ups. Like, it's easy breezy. There's a lot more room in the tank there. Like, it's just ridiculous. So I just wanted to take some time to actually reflect. So this is the very final push, basically. So to anyone who has been watching religiously up until this point, thank you so much, because you have no idea how much it's meant to me to have this little corner of the internet with some support to push me through, to actually have a space more than anything, to have a bit of a brain dump, to track my progress. I do think that this has contributed to me pushing myself a little bit more as well. Obviously we've had some upgrades. I know there's been some tech issues the last couple of vlogs, particularly with my mics, but tech upgrades have really helped just to be able to talk through as well. So I just want to say that I really appreciate you and this space. So please, as always, make sure to like, subscribe. I've talked a lot about some stuff that I want to be bringing to my channel as well, so please use the comments to let me know if there's anything that you guys want to see, either from the last remaining 4 weeks of this comp prep with the lead up to comp, where things start to really ramp up, if there's anything specific that you want to know, and if there's anything that post comp you would like me to bring to this channel that you guys think is going to be helpful. I'd really love to hear from you. I'll see you at 3 weeks out, besties. Oh my god.